After a year missing, Greenwood is a free man again. Yes, he can play football again, but for who? Does he go back to Manchester United? We'll be talking about that as much as we'll be talking about the return of the Champions League and some other midweek action in the world of football. This is the Nutmeg. My name is Ayomide Sotubo. So yes, joining me right now on this edition of the program is Lolade Adewuyi, a sports writer and journalist. And it interests me to know what you have made about the Mason Greenwood situation. He's a free man after a year now. He was charged to court on a 3-count charge. According to reports in England, he's had his first private discussion with Erik ten Hag, Manchester United's manager. But considering the moral and footballing consequence of Mason Greenwood returning back to the pitch, should he be playing for a big brand like Manchester United again?
It's the first time he's officially communicated with the club since he was suspended last year, since the case started. And it shows that the club now is reaching out, but morally, they have to decide. It said that the management has to decide if they want him back in the club or if they will let go of his services.
It's going to be really tough, I agree with you, but let's talk about the man now, Mason Greenwood. If or when he eventually gets back to the pitch for Manchester United, what should his approach be? Because fans are not happy. We've seen that over social media. Fans are not happy, but if he does get on the pitch representing Manchester United again, what should his demeanor be?
Well, you will expect that if he ever comes back to Manchester United, he will become, he's 21, he's going to be wiser. I probably also will expect someone who's perhaps that, in a place where he will have to earn the trust of the society. But it's going to be difficult to see him return to Manchester United. He has other options now that he's cleared his name. He has so many. He will have a lot of other options outside of England. It's been reported that China could be interested, or places in the clubs in the MLS. So I think there will be other options. But with Manchester United, he'll be under a lot of scrutiny, and still he will be required to show remorse every time, despite the fact that the legal proceedings have been dropped.
All right, let's move away from Mason Greenwood now and talk about matters that concern Nigeria a little bit more. Dozy Mmubuosi wants to get the ownership of Sheffield United, and Sheffield United are looking at a team that will return to the Premier League sometime soon. But he's complaining about excessive checks of racist nature. But what do you make of him probably buying Sheffield United? Is it going to be a good move for him? Is it a good move for all parties? And what should he be doing concerning this racist claims, accusations of him being a black man and trying to buy a big club in England?
For the Nigerian businessman, Dozy Mmubuosi, I think that the Nigerian media has not done enough also. He can accuse the English media of excessive checks, but this is normal. You want to come and buy the oldest club in their country, you have to check if you are worthy of it, if your records are as good as you say they are. Let's look at Mmubuosi's track record in Nigeria. I just read an article in the Mirror where he's saying that he sponsors a Super Cup that is as big or bigger than the Nigerian Professional Football League. Mr. Mmubuosi is playing a PR game here. I never heard about him. I have reported football for 15 years. I've never heard him get involved in football until last year. And until he sponsored the Super Cup, and I think the Super Cup, the Nigerian Super Cup, was overvalued. It had no TV value, it had no broadcast value, it had nothing except you put 100 million naira down for the winners, which it wasn't it was from a sponsorship and a brand perspective, it was overvalued, and Mr. Mmubuosi knew what he was doing. He was using it to chase clout, and now he's using it as PR for his chase of Sheffield United. Mr. Mmubuosi he has a right to buy whatever he wants, but his businesses, he will be checked, and it's good that he's checked so that they know how serious he is, and if he stands up to the checks, he can then go ahead. But when it comes to cries of racism, it's easy to say you are being rebutted racially because you have things to hide. If he has nothing to hide, I'm sure it will sail through. But we cannot expect that the same standards that happen in our own country will be given to him, and he will not be checked. So he must be checked, and he will have to deal with it. And when he eventually buys the club, Sheffield United, if he will continue to be checked, So this is the job of the media in every serious country.
That's the much that we'll be able to take now because we don't have so much of time. But anyways, thank you very much, Lolade Adewuyi, sports journalist and writer, for being part of this conversation. Full take on this edition of the show. You can subscribe to join the Nutmeg community. Hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bells that you may receive our latest videos once they are out. My name is Ayomide Sotubo. This is the Nutmeg on Guardian TV.